Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS, that's the PlayStation Bull Session Podcast. This is episode 26. Yes, 26. And I'm your host, Coach PSN Body Boys. My co-host here is
Andrew Arenas, double is ready today for video games.
Yep. Got news and viewer mail and all kind of stuff to go over.
A couple important announcements kind of towards the end.
Ooh, announcements.
So, cool. Teaser for later. So, initiative to listen for the whole thing, because it's going to relate to where the future of the show is going to go, and where I'll be going for the next week. Not of absence. Maybe of absence, but we're going to have to talk about that once the ending here.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure this out. So, anyway, so we got some news to go over. Got a couple of items right here. Mm-hmm. Some interesting things. And pull up my notes. Alright, so we're going to do a few small things and work up to the bigger topics, because there is a pretty big topic for this week. Kind of big.
Really?
Well, kind of big. We'll see how it goes.
We got to at least I think we got to do the viewer mail before the big one.
I don't know, we'll see. Well, it's not big. I don't think we're going to talk about it for too long, but we'll see when we get to it.
Alright, good.
So here's a couple of things. So we finally got a release date for Resident Evil Revelations 2 on Vita. Yes, that I've been waiting for, my Vita version of Resident Evil Revelations 2. It's coming August 18th. Downside is that it is digital only, so you can't get it. Yeah, so you gotta have space and download it and all that. And I'm just like, I want a retail copy.
That's not.
Go buy.
I don't know. It's not a surprise anymore. I mean, GameStop's already not. They're not stopping with Vita retail, but it's just like more buried than ever to find Vita retail games. So
yeah, it's like,
it's increasingly buried. So I can kind of see why they did it. But that's so funny.
I mean, there's always a slight chance that it might get a physical release later, but that's always a slim chance.
But
I mean, it's happened. Like Child of Light got a physical release, later on, or they do that stupid BS where you like put out a physical copy, but it's not actually a physical copy. It's just a voucher code in a box,
which I don't get.
Yeah, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like when you go buy Minecraft, if you go Minecraft for Vita, it just comes with a voucher code. It doesn't come with the actual card.
Yeah, there's really no difference. I mean, you still need an internet connection and
still need the memory space.
So there's really no point. You're just getting it to retail for anybody that doesn't want to put in their credit card or doesn't want to buy a PSN voucher money to get it. That,
or you just really want your reward points from wherever you go, like Best Buy or GameStop or whatever.
And plus, just like the retail versions of Minecraft are so lame. They have like a really lame spine that just have like the plain text. It's always a pet peeve of mine when like the spine of a game has like plain text.
Yeah,
it's stupid. I'm like, this isn't the olden days anymore. You got to be creative.
Have something that that's flashy. It stands out on your shelf. When you look at your shelf, you're like, yeah, I want to play that game because it catches your attention when you look at it.
And then when you look at Minecraft on the text, it's just as plain as the graphics of the game. So I guess maybe that's a metaphor for it. I guess, or I don't know.
Some. But yeah.
But it's cool nonetheless, I suppose. Yeah. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, finally getting a Resident Evil on a PlayStation Portable device. Because we were promised one a long, long time ago.
It's just one of those things that, it's here now. It's just like, yeah, you might get it, but like it's been so long that maybe I won't. Maybe. Depending on the price.
I mean, what's the price point? I think it's 40, but it's all episodes at once. It's not like episodic.
But like we've had like all the episodes kind of at discount on like PS4 multiple times.
No, I don't know. They didn't go into detail, so maybe once it comes out, maybe there'll be like a week one discount or something. We'll see.
Would have been nice if it was cross-buy.
Oh yeah, that would have been great, but
not speaking of an entitlement here or anything. Just
it'd been nice.
Just saying, but knowing it's Capcom, saying would have been nice.
Saying it would have been nice, yeah. But, I mean, if this was like a retail thing, I would probably jump on it. But since it's digital, I'm kind of more hesitant because it's like, okay, I got to buy it, and then I got to download it, and then I wonder if you can do one episode at a time because it'd just be a lot.
I doubt it.
Just for the sake of space, because I wouldn't want to download all 5 at one time and it just take up too much space on my memory card.
I don't think it'll do that. I mean, the Telltale, even though Telltale is a different genre of game, I mean, you can't buy like individual episodes of the Telltale games, so I don't think that's feasible.
I thought they did individual episodes for Season 2.
Season 2, yes, but I think proceeding on, they haven't. Wolf Among Us doesn't do that. I assume once Game of Thrones and Tales of the Borderlands hit, they're not going to do that either.
Yeah, because Season 2 of Walking Dead was the only one I think that was released episodically on Vita. The rest were just wait till they were done.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So we'll see.
It's cool.
But hey, it's a Vita game, so
yes,
gotta highlight that.
It's exciting, yeah.
Yep, exciting. All right, let's see what else we got. Other news. Oh, this was something I read yesterday. Insomniac did an interview or whatever yesterday, and they were saying about how they have no plans to release Sunset Overdrive on any other platforms.
Just are they talking about the original?
Yeah, I guess they specifically mean the original. And they said we don't talk about contracts, so they're not going to go into detail over contracts and stuff. I mean, they just said Sunset Overdrive, so I don't know if they really meant Sunset Overdrive as in the first game or they meant as a franchise. Because I mean, the first one, while critically acclaimed, didn't really sell all that well, so I don't know if it's really going to become a franchise, but we'll see.
I don't know. People really enjoyed it, and I really want to play Sunset Overdrive. It looks like a really good game.
Yeah, but it was just kind of weird that they kind of just put that out there. No, we have no plans to really put Sunset Overdrive on any other platforms because, I mean, that's the thing. Insomniac owns the IP, though, so it wasn't like when Microsoft did the deal, it wasn't to have exclusive rights to it. Mm-hmm. The whole thing. Also in that interview, they're stating about how they have no plans to remaster the original Ratchet and Clank games for PS4 because they're already doing the remake thing of the first one.
Oh, they don't. Well, basically, they're telling me that they don't want to remake 2, Deadlocked, and 3 then.
Yeah.
Or even remaster Tools of Destruction or A Crack in Time.
Yeah, they said they don't want to remaster those because they're already just sitting here completely rebooting Ratchet and Clank basically with this new game. And also they said that the old games are available through PlayStation Now, so I mean that is a way for you to already play them on PS4.
Yeah.
So it's well, there you go.
And then I hate to say this as a solution, but PlayStation Now.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. That's what they said. They said that they're all on PlayStation Now right now.
Even into the Nexus.
Yep.
But I am so excited for Ratchet and Clank once it's on PS4. It looks really good. So yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the new game's exciting. Obviously, none of that news is exciting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the new game is exciting, but none of that news was exciting because it was all a bunch of no's. No, we're not putting Sunset Overdrive on PS4. No, we're not remastering the other games.
I'm willing to bet at least it's probably just the original Sunset Overdrive since it was helped in part by Microsoft. So
yeah.
I
said, I just don't know.
Maybe the future Sunset Overdrive games might land on PS4. I hope
if there is future Sunset Overdrive games, but we'll see.
But it's just more feasible that they were releasing on multiple platforms for it to be more successful. I mean, yeah, there was Fuse, but Fuse wasn't really that good of a game. So
yeah.
But the difference is that Sunset Overdrive is a very good game. So I just it would find success on PlayStation because it also looks like a PlayStation. Demographic game, also, so it would help.
Yeah,
because Insomniac, it hasn't been fair to them because they haven't really had anything that has hit a home run both financially and critically. So I just I don't know. I mean, having both at the same time, they either just have one or the other. So I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's like we love Insomniac, but we just want them to hit their stride.
Yeah,
I mean, they've always made good games. They just never made anything that's been a huge thing in the mainstream other than Ratchet and Clank. So it always kind of feels like, I mean, the Ratchet and Clank games they put out are good. It just always feels like
they always feel like we're just on PS1.
Yeah, Spyro on PS1, but then that kind of went off into other people's hands.
Is it even Spyro anymore?
Yeah, Skylanders, but no, but I mean Insomniac, they make good games. They made Spyro, they made Ratchet and Clank, but Ratchet and Clank's still their mainstream thing. Like, yeah, each Ratchet and Clank game they make is still good. It's just, it always kind of feels like they're going back to it because it's kind of like, we did a new IP, it failed, let's do Ratchet and Clank. We did this other new IP, it's doing okay, let's go back to Ratchet and Clank, you know?
Yeah, there might be some people out there that might be maybe a little tired of Ratchet and Clank, and I can understand. I mean, I'm like 3 games behind of Ratchet and Clank, so... But I am kind of looking for that reinvigoration of the franchise, so I think we're going to get that with the PS4 game, because...
plus the movie.
Yes, plus the movie, which has potential as well, the movie. You know, we're also a fan of movies, so we'll have to see how that one fares as well. So,
yeah.
You know, that's kind of its chance to get reinvigorated, because... Yeah, we've had it to the Nexus and the one on Vita, which I don't remember the name of, Full Frontal Assault. So, it's kind of been a while since we've had a core Ratchet and Clank game like this. So, yeah. I'm excited.
But I mean, at least they haven't done the complete, like, spin-off thing. Like, they haven't done, like, a Ratchet and Clank racing game.
They flirted with that, though, with, like, All for One, Secret Agent Clank. Ugh.
Yeah, well, Secret Agent Clank wasn't through Insomniac.
Yeah, I know, but they probably at least... They gave the approval to have it made.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they haven't done, like, a complete, like, alternate genre where it's like, oh, Ratchet and Clank Racing, you know, or Ratchet and Clank Bash is like a party game.
Oh, that would be cool. It's tradition. You always have to make it a go-kart racer or a party game.
Yeah.
Because that's where you can tell where Crash really wanted to be like freaking Mario, where like, oh, Crash has his go-kart racing game too. And he also has his party game. And all this, but it didn't really work. I mean, yeah, Crash Team Racing was awesome, the first one. But, like, the subsequent ones were just worse. And then Crash Bash was just not a good game. I mean, I played it, like, when I was little, like, I thought to myself it was a good game. But, yeah, it's really not. But, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of good that Ratchet and Clank has always been kind of in at least decent hands. There hasn't been, like, a straight-up terrible Ratchet and Clank game, really.
Yeah.
So... Ratchet and Clank's fine. It's just it'll find new footing on PS4. And it'll be good. It'll be a very good game.
Yep. And we'll see.
No doubts there.
No doubts.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see what's another news item we got here. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. So listen to this. We talk about Disney Infinity a bit more than we should on this show.
More Disney Infinity.
Yeah, I don't know why. I always bring it up because there's always some piece of news that catches my eye. I'm like, I want to talk about this.
Even though you haven't, well, I mean, you probably played it, but you haven't had like extensive time.
No, I've never even played it.
Oh,
I'm just so fascinated with the idea of it. You know, like Disney characters and there's these toys or whatever.
No, there's gonna be Star Wars characters and the Marvel
Star Wars characters and all that. Well, anyway. Point is, this news item caught my attention because it was just kind of cool. Basically, Disney is letting the fans vote on who they want to see as a character next, like who's going to get a figure and be a character in the game. And they have the polls open, and they're like letting you vote on characters. Here's the characters you can vote on right now.
Oh.
So let's see. Votable characters right now include Dory from Finding Nemo. Belle or Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Peter Pan or Captain Hook from Peter Pan.
I didn't really... okay, just say the rest. There you go.
Yeah. Ariel and Ursula from Little Mermaid.
Okay.
And then they go into some more... then they got Goofy. Okay. Hercules. Pocahontas. Robin Hood.
Okay.
Cinderella. The Mad Hatter. Then they get to some more like obscure like cartoons characters. They got Kim Possible or Darkwing Duck.
Dude, are kids that were probably born in like 2006 like even know what Kim Possible is?
Yeah,
you couldn't pick anything more irrelevant.
Yeah, and then they got Darkwing Duck. I'm like, how awesome is that?
That's even more irrelevant.
Yeah, that's in the 90s. That was like even before the 2000s of Kim Possible.
I mean, like the demographic that they're. Here, I'm just gonna say this. Can I get Punisher?
Yeah, he's a Marvel character.
He's a Marvel character. Okay, so like the first half that you were reading down there was characters that kind of are recently getting films
Yeah.
Down the line, like Beauty and the Beast and even Pan, even though it's not really tied with Disney. But, and then you just have, like, the essential stuff that you kind of think would be there already, like Pocahontas, Hercules, and stuff like that. And I'm kind of curious, like the one that you said with Dory. So does that mean there's going to be like underwater segments of Disney now? I mean, is Dory just going to be up there, like not even in water, just
that would be that's what I was thinking when I read it. I was like, I was thinking the same thing you're thinking. So like, if they do put Dory in, is it going to be like you said with an expansion pack with her like in the ocean? Because it's either going to be her just flipping around on land, which would be weird, or her just floating around like a bird or something. It'd be really weird.
I mean, I would vote for that one to make them like really rethink the gameplay mechanics, because that would require so much work to have the water in there and everything and have it be completely different.
Yeah,
it would change up you have to change up like the whole way the game is like kind of tooled. So I would vote for that one just to make them work.
Yeah, it'd be like the Little Big Planet water expansion. Mm-hmm. Putting that in. Out of these, I would vote either Darkwing Duck because that's just nostalgic for me.
Yeah, I mean, Darkwing Duck is such the product of the '90s. It's ridiculous.
I mean, he's Batman, but a duck.
Yeah, it's awesome. But
I would vote either that one or Robin Hood because I'm assuming it's the Fox one.
I know
where he's like I mean, that's the only Disney Robin Hood one they made, and that's another nostalgic movie for me. Even though that one was before I was born, but I watched it a lot when I was little.
Yeah, Robin Hood. That was very good.
So I would vote one of those two. And then now here's where the fun part comes in. They said if you don't want to vote for any of these characters, they left a box open at the bottom where you can suggest a character.
Oh, like the Rock Band suggestion box.
Yes. So you can suggest Punisher all you want.
Yeah,
sit there, spam it.
Punisher.
Who would I want if I could just like add like just anyone, like none of these you can vote for, like the suggestion box. I'm going to go for the one I've been pitching since they announced Disney Infinity. I want Nick Cage from National Treasure. Because I want Nick Cage action figure that you put in your portal and he pops up in the game. You got Nick Cage hanging out with all these Disney characters.
He's swinging with the Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence on his back. You can like whip it out like a sword and start hitting people with it. Great.
No, kind of a serious one that maybe I would pick. Wait, Jack Skellington's already there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's already there.
Wow, they already covered that base.
But he's the only character. Oddly enough, they have not done a full expansion pack. He's just one random character you can buy.
That's very weird, but just like the movie. But they should tie it in with Kingdom Hearts and have a Sora figure.
Yes, that would sell like crazy.
Imagine that. That would actually maybe get kind of somewhat of the hardcore gamers like into like Disney Infinity. Oh look, there's a Sora figure. He has a Keyblade and stuff, like hitting stuff.
I actually won't be surprised if that actually happens. Probably once we get closer to Kingdom Hearts 3, they might put out a Sora figure. Yeah, but I mean that's one figure that's probably going to sell well just to collectors. Like people who don't play Disney Infinity are probably just going to buy that one just to have,
And then have like a reissue like a Keyblade Mickey Mouse and Kingdom Hearts version of Donald Duck and Goofy. Mm-hmm. Just have it like the Kingdom Hearts versions, or maybe have the enemies. Give me the name. I know it's escaping me.
The Heartless.
The Heartless. Yeah, give me like Heartless figures too.
Yeah.
See, that's how you can make it appeal to maybe just other than the demographic that they're trying to appeal it to.
Yeah, I mean, I can really see that happening. I think probably once we get closer to Kingdom Hearts 3. And I think with these figures, the ones that you can actually vote on, they do kind of appeal to more people probably our age because those are more like 90s stuff. So it's kind of more like trying to tap into the nostalgia and maybe the collector's sake. Because like Darkwing Duck, if they actually make a figure of that'd be one I'd be tempted to just buy, put on my shelf. Like, it's Darkwing Duck. He's back after
so many years. In a video game.
In a video game. And it's like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could really say they're going into the Disney vault on this one.
Yeah. They should make an expansion pack where it's the vault. Like, you walk into the vault, they got all this old stuff in there.
Old crap that... Oh, remember Treasure Planet?
Yeah, Treasure Planet.
Some really obscure cult Disney stuff. Which would be cool. Not saying that's bad. But with the Kingdom Hearts thing, even though that game is so far away, that would probably be like Disney Infinity 7.0 by the time we get that.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say?
I'm trying to think of another Disney character, like, to be serious. Like, I do want a Nick Cage one, but, like, that's still kind of a jokey answer, but I still do want that. But I'm trying to think of, like, a serious one.
I don't know. I would just go with Kingdom Hearts character.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a good one. I think it's going to happen.
The ones that are already kind of listed there on the survey thing to vote for already kind of have their main bases covered. I mean, do they have any Mulan characters?
No.
Because if we're going to get, like, our live-action Mulan soon, that means might as well tie it in and maybe have, like, I don't know, Mulan or, like, the dragon.
Mushu?
Yeah, Mushu. You know, maybe have those. You already said Little Mermaid, so they have that covered.
See, that's another one that would need water mechanics.
Yes.
Unless it's her with legs, then that'd be lame. Like, why would you want to play as a Little Mermaid with legs? It defeats the purpose.
That's not the mermaid anymore. It's just Ariel.
Yeah. Who can't talk and doesn't wear pants.
That's lazy. Any other character? I mean, I'm also tapping into the Marvel. I mean, they're gonna have Ant-Man.
Yeah,
which is cool. Which is really cool. But I mean, it's still in the realm, so I could say Marvel character. I said Punisher. No, not Daredevil.
I don't know why I keep just jumping to like the weird lame like Disney live action films they do, and they just put like figures of their live action people, like Nick Cage from Natural Treasure. They put like what's his name? Oh, get John Hamm from $1 Million Arm. Just have him as a figure for no reason.
Why would he be? I don't.
That's a Disney movie. Kevin Costner from McFarlane USA.
He's coaching you.
And he's coaching,
or get cross country to run.
Yeah, or what's that upcoming Disney movie with what's his name?
Pine.
Chris Pine.
Yeah,
Chris Pine.
Oh, that's where we have the water mechanics instead of being on the boat.
They can do a whole expansion pack for that game, for that movie. He's gonna have water mechanics, and then you can play as Dory. Dory trying to save the crew with Chris Pine.
Oh, she would die. She would die.
Or you have the Little Mermaid working with Chris Pine to save those people on that boat.
She would die as well. Those big old waves.
Yeah, what's that movie called?
I don't know.
The Finest Hours? I think that's what it's called.
It's the one that's mixed with The Perfect Storm and the Coast Guard movie with Ashton Kutcher.
Hey, Kevin Costner again.
Yeah, you could help me out with that.
Yeah, that would just be insane. He just did all that. Like, finding excuse to have water in there.
I don't know. Disney Infinity craziness.
Oh, that's what I want. I just thought about it. Here's what I want. I want, because I've pitched this off the show, and I'm going to pitch it here. So here's what I want. I want, because they've already teased Ant-Man coming to the Disney Infinity. Okay, here's what I want. I want a Bugs Life expansion pack for the game, where you could play as the bugs from Bugs Life, like have Flick and all them, like the little figures you put on their board. But then you can actually play as Ant-Man in the expansion pack, so you can shrink down to Ant-Man size and like
control.
Flick. Go. No, well, yeah, you could control Flick with mind control, but like you can be Ant-Man and like hang out with the bugs from a Bug's Life, and then go on adventures and do the mini games or whatever as Ant-Man hanging out. Like, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. I'm gonna type that whole thing out in the box, like in the suggestion. Like, I'm not suggesting a character. I'm suggesting a whole expansion pack with the ability to play as Ant-Man in the expansion pack.
They would have to get a whole nother developer to help out with that.
Yeah, they got like 3 different developers working on 3 different parts of Disney Infinity 3.0. So
might as well grab another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting all around. That would be, but there's like a lot of characters in Bug's Life, so you're gonna be buying a crap ton of figures.
Yeah,
but
just like Ant-Man tries riding the Queen because she got wings. I'm gonna get on top, just fly.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. Get on to Disney.
That would kind of blow their mind if you wrote all of that in the subtext box. What?
Like, they have to read it. Like, there's so much in that subtext box. They got to read it all.
Yeah. People just sort of suggest random crap that probably aren't even Disney characters.
They're not Disney.
Nope.
The Minions. The Minions aren't Disney. They're Universal.
You know, I wonder when they'll jump on that bandwagon and actually make it like a Minions like console game.
Yeah.
But they're already having enough on the iOS market, so why? But no, that's a bad idea. We already have enough Minions already. We don't need any more.
I had the Minions. I had the Iron Giant. Iron Giant's not Disney either.
Oh. How about the other Incredibles characters? How come they only have like 2?
Oh yeah, Frozone.
Yeah, why not bring him or like the other members of the family?
Or what's his name? What's the bad guy's name in the movie?
Syndrome.
Syndrome, yeah. Like, what's the S for? Sitter.
Yeah, and then imagine like Jack having all his different powers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jack is basically Delson from Infamous Second Son.
Yeah, yeah, absorbing powers. Not absorbing powers, but multi-powers.
Yeah, having like different kind of... I don't think he absorbs anything from anybody. I think he just has like different sets of powers.
Yeah. Well, they're probably saving that for probably once Incredibles 2 gets made.
And you presume that he's like, what, 10 years old now or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, we're not going to get down that rabbit hole, but...
I can sit here pitching more Disney sequels all day.
But, yeah, I'll have to see about Incredibles 2. That, more than anything, I want to announce about what time it takes place in. Let's see.
One time frame.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah. So there was us talking about Disney Infinity again on the show. Having our fun. But we got some other. We got a couple items.
Was that the main thing that you really?
No, that wasn't the main thing. Oh. Even though I figured we'd probably talk about that for a bit, just pitching out random character ideas.
Yeah.
We got 2 more news items right here to cover. So this was said, and this is another thing that came out through an interview or whatever. It's been revealed that director Guillermo del Toro still wants to make a game with Hideo Kojima.
That's good.
Since even though Silent Hills got canceled, they're still in touch, trying to possibly work on another game together.
He won't have the bad luck where he's on it and then it still doesn't pan out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Del Toro might be just bad luck for games because he's already tried making 2 games already and they both got canceled.
That's just because he always goes to like sinking ships already. THQ,
yeah, THQ, Konami. It's like,
but this time, he's back on square one. So
yeah, maybe go to Sony or
Microsoft, Nintendo,
or someone stable.
Yeah, maybe not Nintendo, but even though they're good in the handheld space, but not in the console. But I don't know, either something. But it seems like they're doing that, so that's good.
Yeah, I wonder if they could just basically make Silent Hills, but just don't call it Silent Hills.
That's because basically what we got on PT wasn't even really Silent Hill. Okay, yeah, it had the little theme music thing in the end. It had some resonance of it, but it was really different. Yeah, it was a first person. And, it was different. It had, Norman Reedus and all that stuff.
Yeah, because Konami still owns the trademark name Silent Hill or Silent Hills. But, could they just basically make the same game at another developer and just call it something else? Call it PT or turn PT into something else. Call it Paranormal Trauma or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just But we would kind of have to assume that it's probably maybe another horror game, maybe. But maybe after that experience, maybe they don't want to do that.
But that's just the thing. I think if they did do another horror game, it'll still probably be in the vein of PT. But the problem is, probably what they had written and the story and Norman Reedus and all that was probably still locked up in whatever Konami had on it. So Konami still might have that. So basically, if they did make another...
Yeah, even though they probably had concepts for it, but I doubt anything was fully written, a full story.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't it wasn't even in development. It was still in the pre-phase.
Yeah, because that's what Del Toro does. He does horror-based stuff, or fantasy horror.
Having some surreal stuff. So maybe
fantasy.
Fantasy game.
Fantasy horror. So I would guess if they do make another game together, it would be horror-based. So maybe we'll still get Silent Hills, just not directly under the name Silent Hills. So the game might live on, just through a different developer.
Yeah, maybe they would
publisher.
Maybe they still would kind of pursue that vision that they were trying to have before of having that game that would make you crap your pants. So maybe they'll still try and pursue that. So that's great. So maybe we might get something in the vein of that. So maybe don't have to worry about that vision never coming into fruition. It just won't be part of the Silent Hills series, which kind of stinks because Silent Hill needed that reinvigoration.
Yes, but so we'll get something. Probably some horror masterpiece or something.
At least it's still not that other recent lame story of where, the fake story of where Silent Hills was bought by Microsoft for $2 billion. $2 billion for Silent Hill franchise when you don't even have any one of the games at all that has even sold remotely as much as a single Call of Duty game. $2 billion. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and the game was 80% done.
Yeah,
according to that thing too, and it was what?
That was ridiculous. I did not know how so many people reported on that one because that one was just ridiculous. Something called common sense. You don't even need to think about that. That is ridiculous. There's Mojang out there that wasn't even close to. That was just about as close as how much that was worth. And that's Minecraft, not Silent Hill.
Yeah, because with Minecraft, when you buy Minecraft, you're not just buying the game, you're buying all the merchandise and, then the film coming soon and all that stuff. With Silent Hills, you just got that, there's not really a big marketing thing behind it, like toys and collectibles and all that.
And we kind of maybe saw that maybe that was going to reach that kind of potential with Kojima and Del Toro, but not anymore. So that's a shame. That's a real shame.
Yeah. So we'll see, but it's good. They're working. They're still trying to work to get a game made together. Like I said, we presume it's going to be a horror game. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, moving on. I got one more item, and it's kind of the big one we've been. It's kind of the big one that we've been kind of waiting to hear confirmation on. And see how it turns out. But it has been confirmed this past week that Rise of the Tomb Raider will release on PS4 in the holiday 2016. It has also been confirmed that Rise of the Tomb Raider will release on PC and Mac in early 2016. So we've got the confirmation that this game will reach other consoles outside of Xbox.
And no word on a PS3 version.
No, they just said PS4 specifically.
Because Rise of the Tomb Raider is on 360 also, right?
Yeah, but by holiday 2016, I don't think anyone's going to care. Really want a PS3 version.
I know, but it's just curious. You this should have been said a long time ago, but at least it's said now.
Yes.
Which just really undermines what they were doing at E3, really trying to make Lara Croft a staple of Xbox when she's not. Yeah, this one's pretty simple. It's just, it should have been said a long time ago. I'm great it's said now. It's just the obvious thing that we have known for a while. It's just now that it's basically 110% confirmed now. So that's good.
Yeah.
So not much to say there.
Yeah, but like you said, it's good that it's been confirmed and we can get out of the way that, yes, it's coming to PlayStation. It just won't be till a whole year later.
Yeah.
And presumably we'll get, I guess, a Game of the Year version, right? Cause there'll probably be some DLC out by then.
Maybe. Well, they haven't really discussed plans on if there'll be maybe DLC after. Maybe.
If there even is a multiplayer component, they could put map packs at least, but...
if they haven't said that there's multiplayer at this point, then I don't think so.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder if some smart soul didn't ask that at Comic-Con or something, getting that out of them. I don't know. Is there a multiplayer component? That's almost a bigger question than the release date.
Yeah, is there going to be a multiplayer component? What's your plan for? Is there DLC plans? What would you have more for this game?
And look, I know maybe some people out there is that maybe we could be overestimating Fallout 4, maybe a tad, but I gotta really say that I don't think so because even though maybe you could say, oh, it's a different audience for Tomb Raider and Fallout. No, not really. Both games are rated M. They both kind of appeal to the same kind of person. Both Fallout and Tomb Raider are old franchises, technically, right? And, Fallout 4 has been a long time coming. Rise of Tomb Raider has also been a long time coming. It's been a little bit while since Tomb Raider 2013. So, I still think the release planning for this is really poor. I think it's stupid. The way
because
it's dumb.
Yeah, because Fallout 4. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're overestimating it. Fallout 4 is a big
some people
deal.
Do. They're thinking, it'll be good, it'll be big, but think about how many copies Fallout 3 sold in the amount of time, and think how many years that it's passed, and how many people grew to love Fallout over the years. It's going to sell even more now.
Yeah.
So
because Fallout 4 is all me and my friends talk about. They're so pumped for Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Between me and my friends, the two games it seems everyone's pumped for is Fallout 4 and Star Wars Battlefront.
And people are also outside of that are pumped up for Tomb Raider as well. It's just that the timing of the release date is really weird for it. So people are excited for Tomb Raider. Don't get us wrong. It's just I still think having them come out on the same exact day is just stupid.
Yeah, because that's just mind share. Everyone's buying,
yeah.
Fallout 4, and if you're conflicted, both of them, presumably, we know Fallout 4 is a single player experience,
yes.
and we presume Rise of Tomb Raider is a single player experience. So it's just kind of so it's not going to be oh, I need to buy Fallout 4 because I go and play with my friends. It's not going to be that. It's just going to be, okay, well, what are all my friends playing? They're playing Fallout 4. So I'm well, maybe I should get Fallout 4 just to play, just so I'm in the conversation. I can relate to what they're talking about. Oh, I did this in the game. I did this and this. And
then as for Tomb Raider, it'll probably have a neat story, but is it going to be anything where I'm going to be oh, we really got to talk about this?
Yeah.
We know Laura's going to make it out all right. It's not like she's going to die and then someone else is going to be there. And Uncharted 4 is more exciting because, it's the last chapter of Drake's story. And we don't know what's going to... who knows if he'll make it out, And with Tomb Raider, it's just it's the second installment. She's going to make it out fine. And,
it's called Rise of the Tomb Raider. You wouldn't think she would die in this one.
Yeah, so I don't... She rose in the first one. I don't know why they didn't call the first one Rise of the Tomb Raider, but... it's whatever. But, I personally don't think we're overestimating Fallout 4 at all. I think whether the people that think that probably just don't really even enjoy Fallout all that much, and that's fine if you don't. It's not like everyone has to like the same thing, but it's just kind of thinking straight here that history has told that Fallout is a very successful franchise and a lot of people like it. And at this point, it definitely has more resonance with today's gaming world than Tomb Raider, just to be quite honest. Tomb Raider 2013 was right, don't get us wrong. But the fact that it's also just on one console doesn't help either. So, yeah. Two, technically, I should say. My bad. So, yeah. But don't get us... Yeah, people will buy... maybe people on Xbox will buy both. That's fine. But not everybody... can buy both, and not everybody even wants to buy both.
Well, if you have a 360, you can only buy one.
Yeah, well, on 360 you can only buy one, but on Xbox One, you have a choice, or depending on your financials. So, and also time as well. So, having money is one thing, but time is another. So, Tomb Raider will probably be its 13-hour thing, and then you're done. But with Fallout, it's that times 20 or 50. God knows how long. So I just the answer's pretty clear on that one, unfortunately. So just kind of laying out the news for that one to the people that are kind of doubting Fallout a little bit, which is I know far in between, but it's there. Some doubters of Fallout a little bit, so that needs to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
And we know too. We play Tomb Raider. We know. It's a good game. But it can't stand up to Fallout. And then the only franchises that can even stand up to it is really COD, which is coming out another time. It's not coming out in that time. And Assassin's Creed. And those just are not going to happen at that same time, which is good. So Fallout's going to be all to itself.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yep. So yeah, there's that. Tomb Raider's coming to PlayStation eventually, then coming this year to Xbox. But but with that's just the news.
Oh, I thought we were all done. That's been this week.
No, not wrapping up. We're wrapping up the news portion.
Oh no, there's still two. There's still technically two small things, but they're in one. In one with the same category. We're getting.
I'm trying to segue you into going into the viewer mail.
Oh really? Well, okay.
Yeah,
I guess we could go into those right now. Let me see. Yeah. Go into overdrive here. See, I'm flipping switches going into overdrive. All right. We're going to just get away with more Life is Strange stuff since this game doesn't go away. And actually today, the day that we're recording on Tuesday, by the way, on the 28th of July, 2015, that the 4th episode will be released. Well, it's probably already released now. But yeah, I'm very excited. I've already heard good things about it. I haven't seen any review scores, but it's already been pretty glowing, which is great. So I'm going to play it tonight, and I have the follow-up answer follow up question. Not really. I should say follow up statement. It seems
statement, comment, concern.
Yeah, really. Well, seems like a concern. From my response a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago of who I said should be cast, or it was 2 weeks. Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
It was 2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago. So Caleb had this response. He says, just to follow up on your response to my question, I had really no idea what most of the actors you selected were, and I worried that the film might not do so well because of it. Okay, I guess you don't really have not watched many teen movies, I assume.
Yeah.
He doesn't know who Miles Teller is. He doesn't know who...
Wait. I do love that he's taking it like serious, like we're actually making this movie. Like, guys, you're not gonna be successful with that cast if you go with the man. Like,
is he assuming I'm really a movie producer? I guess so.
I guess we are. I guess we're making a Life is Strange movie. So yeah.
Also, your choice of Ashley Benson as Chloe seems like a mistake, as nearly all the roles I have seen her in have no range and is just playing the pretty girl. Well, maybe well, that one. Look, I might even maybe half agree with what you had said there, Caleb, half that sentence, but, I mean, that was kind of a tricky one with Chloe. It was a lot tricky, so maybe there could be someone else that I don't really know, but maybe I kind of agree with you there. And then he lists as a suggestion here for Chloe, Kristen Stewart of Twilight to be Chloe, which I totally disagree with. I mean, she's fine. I just don't think, especially with her age thing, same thing, Ellen Page, right? It just doesn't work out anymore. I don't even believe her as like kind of like a smaller like freshman in college. I don't really. Yeah. It's not really believable, and I know she's kind of has been getting better acting wise. But I just don't see her at all being in that role, to be quite honest with you. Maybe it's because you've seen her in movies that have kind of had that persona. It has been like really apparent, but to be quite frank with you, Caleb, I just I don't see it. So please, I kind of want to be done with this. I don't really want any more discussion. We'll probably discuss it on our own terms, but here on this, I think we're done. We're done.
Yeah,
no more.
Yeah, I mean, he's really focused on like he wants like mainstream actresses that people are recognizable, and I'm like. I think for a movie like Life is Strange, if they were to hypothetical movie, you need probably maybe 1 or 2 recognizable actors, but you can get the rest with like smaller ones and people kind of.
That's why I kind of put into consideration of people that are kind of hot right now. That's why I put Dylan O'Brien, Miles Teller, and Cara Delevingne, because they're kind of like, at least in the teen space, right, are like kind of the like top ones right now, right? So
yeah,
So I didn't have a problem with those because they're good actors and they're very good looking. And I didn't have a problem with putting them in. And then they kind of fit the character, actually. That's what I had thought about it, too. But Caleb doesn't apparently think so. So, Caleb, if I'm going to give you a suggestion, never talk to movie producers or ever think about movie fanfiction ever again. For anything.
Well, a year from now, he'll watch Suicide Squad and be like, yeah, that girl could be in this Life is Strange movie. And then he'll be like, dummy, we said that a year ago.
I know. But, yeah, Caleb, we're done with this. We're cutting the top. Look, if you maybe have any questions considering maybe the game that we can talk about, maybe that's fine. But as for retaining to the movie, I think we're done.
Yeah.
So
we gotta start working on. We gotta start filming it soon. Apparently.
Yes, we do. And the thousands of dollars I'm gonna have to get to even hire these actors in the first place, and whatever schedules they have to work with. Great. That's gonna be so fun. It'll be fun working with them, but I don't think it's gonna be fun getting all the paperwork done.
I know a guy. I know a guy who can help us out.
Ant-Man.
No, not Ant-Man.
Wait, Quicksilver?
No. Juggernaut. Yeah.
He can break into the rooms and make them do it.
Yeah.
I know a guy. Marvel. The Marvel staple catchphrase. But
yeah.
All right, let's go into the last one before maybe we could get into the big thing. Well, not to the big thing, to the smaller thing, and then the big thing.
Okay.
This one is actually from a PSN user, Henry Volt 45, And this one was a bit tricky, and I actually had to do some research again with this because I didn't really understand what he was talking about. So we'll kind of bear with him here. And I was actually really reluctant to put this one here. But he says, his statement, I don't know if this has been a recent trend that has been going around, but the majority of the YouTube personalities that I've been watching have been posting YouTube videos on what has been about the same topic. Oh, bless you. About the same topic. Revitalizing their channel. As the YouTube landscape evolves year over year, why do you guys think that they would heavily be concerned on their content when it's already doing well enough? So that was something I was kind of like confused on what maybe he was talking about. But I did kind of some research, so I had to go to maybe other channels that maybe Henry Volt would be interested in. I guess. I mean, apparently be gaming, but. After looking into it a little bit more, not just the people I even watch, I kind of see that Henry a little bit, that maybe people have been posting videos on the same thing of, yes, maybe there does need to be a revitalization of maybe what they're kind of maybe doing, kind of replanning a little bit, as you will. Restructurizing, which is good, because kind of maybe doing the same thing over and over again for some specific channels that I won't really call out, just hasn't really been cutting it out anymore, and has been, like, for instance, people out there that just maybe post Call of Duty stuff all the time is really far in between. Not just because of maybe if the franchise is plateauing, is just maybe, loss of interest. There's Minecraft, League of Legends, and just recently Rocket League. So, people are stopping, kind of mixing it up a little bit there. And even from the non-gaming side, people are kind of revitalizing their stuff too, kind of changing up the way they do things. So, on that, Henry, I kind of had to see where your point was there, because I didn't see it where I kind of watch stuff from. But, it's just some things that, have to change over time. It's not necessarily bad. Yeah. It's just what kind of maybe they feel like they need to do to change.
Yeah. I mean, look at us. I mean, like, we're an up-and-coming channel just trying to, get views if we can. So, I mean, we're not to that point yet where it's like, oh, we got to change things up, because a lot of people still haven't seen what we're doing right now, you know? So we're not to that point where we really have to change things up. And, I mean, for these other big channels, I mean, it's just necessary sometimes, because gaming is such an easy thing right now to,
it's easy.
Just to stream,
record,
to stream, record, share, and try to get that out there. So I mean, some of these channels that have been around, they need to keep their viewership up. They need to say, hey, we know there's a lot more channels up and coming here and everywhere. So it's like, but you like my channel. I'm going to show you why you like my channel.
Exactly. And then another thing of people out there that maybe kind of play like a specific kind of character that's not like of their real personality in real life. I think those kind of people are maybe growing tired of that a little bit, like kind of playing that kind of persona character. So I think more of people on YouTube are straying away from that and just, being themselves. The main motto of YouTube is broadcast yourself. It's not broadcasting a character. I mean, it's another thing to, like, if you maybe make like comedy sketches or something, you can be somebody different. But if you're trying to broadcast yourself and really kind of just, speaking to your audience the way that you want to speak to them, then you should have at it, kind of do what makes you happy.
I mean, for us it's a bit different. It's a podcast. That's the whole point, is that it's supposed to be us saying how we feel and think about these things. But I mean, that's
I don't claim to know everything. Well, I don't, and
no,
don't. Yeah.
How many times have we openly said we don't know, like on the show?
I don't know.
I don't know. There you go.
And we try and fill up with guests, which we'll talk about even soon with the guest thing, and they bring their own stuff too, and and we'll talk about the future where maybe we'll take this as well, because we'll not have drastic changes, but we'll have maybe some things that might change over time. I mean, we're only in 26, so
26 episodes.
No, and we've been doing this week over week, which has been good, because I've had friends of mine that have maybe tried to do stuff in the past, but they've been kind of growing out of it a little bit. Granted, ours is really kind of simple of just talking, but there's also the editing that you do as well, and then all the stuff of uploading it as well. So it's been kind of good that we've been doing this week over week and not really had breaks. We've maybe only had one.
Yeah, we've only had a break 2 weeks.
And then Yeah, and then in turn we had made that up by having a guest or having like some
multiple episodes,
or like having a spoiler thing, or like having a thoughts on a press conference or something like that. So we've kind of made up ground on that way. So just about we've been doing it all the week starting from early 2015, which was been in January. So
yeah.
Yeah, so I can kind of see where you're at, Henry, a little bit. So it's not of any concern. Just things have to be shaken up a little bit. We're in the year 2015 now. It's no longer 2007. Where times were different back then. But yeah, what I wanted to say before we get probably into the bigger one was that PS4 is getting a couple needed accessories. With the Blu-ray remote.
Oh, yeah.
And a keyboard.
Granted,
not a full keyboard with all the letters of the alphabet and signage and stuff, but just basically like a keyboard for shooters, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice to maybe have one for strategy games, so then maybe you can have like XCOM there or something like that, but I'm not really sure on that yet, but I'm very excited that a Blu-ray remote is finally coming to PS4.
Yes.
I am so happy about this. I no longer have to use my controller and like throw it around and then have it skip my movie by pressing the trigger or whatever. I know not everybody throws it around, but if I like place it down or something, like press the shoulder button, it skips my movie. So that I'm not happy with. So now finally, a Blu-ray remote is made. It looks good. It could turn on the PS4, which is good. So I'm excited about those. So what is the topic that we get into before I have the other announcements to make after this one? What do we have?
What, are you asking me?
Oh yeah, was that it? Well, that can't be it.
What? I already went over the news. I asked you what the viewer mail was.
Oh, you didn't have... I thought you were talking about that you had something big.
No.
Oh.
I meant like big and news topics. I don't have no big announcement. You're the one with the announcements.
Phew. Oh, well, man. Okay, then I guess for the next couple of minutes we could talk about what we need to say.
Yeah, what you need to say, man.
Okay, so next week I'm not going to be available. I am going to be in South Carolina to watch a friend of mine's graduation and staying over at a rental home for a couple of days. Then after that, I am going to be in probably the day of what we would be recording next week. I will be. This is the reason why I can't record next week. Is I will be at Universal Studios Orlando next week. So of the day of. So I don't think that is remotely possible to do one. I mean, I see myself like being in the hotel and like maybe doing it over the phone, like this. But I'm gonna be, unless you want to hear me dead tired or like not really even remotely catch up. I mean, well, that's why you're here for. You tell me what's up, so then we get my interpretation. So those past like maybe because I'm gonna be in Universal 3 days. So
we just do live from Universal Studios
Orlando.
This episode of PSBS.
I'll just be complaining of like how hot it is and like maybe I could, and then you're gonna hear like crowds if you want to do one while I'm waiting for like Transformers the ride but I could do an entire one before I'm even on the ride.
Yeah,
but I'll just be exhausted. You'll hear like crowds and then that won't be good.
Yeah, but then you can just walk up to random people and be like, "Hey, you want to be part of the podcast?" And just talking to random people like, "Hey, what's your opinion on this?"
Yeah, I know, right? I hope it would be at least like with Universal or something. Like, what are you talking about, PlayStation? But yeah, I'm excited. Florida's looking very cloudy right now. And then I just like look up pictures on like Twitter. You can like search up like Universal Orlando, see what pictures people have been taking. It's been looking like very cloudy there. And thank goodness there's like a lot of indoor rides, the simulator rides. Yeah. So I'm excited to go. I've been to nearly every Universal except Orlando, and probably the upcoming. I think already the one in Singapore. My chances of going to Singapore are very low. So I've been to Universal Japan. I've been to Universal L.A. I've never been to the one in Orlando, so I'm very excited to go. And then the other part of the park, which is separate from Universal, the one with Spider-Man and Harry Potter and all that. So, split into two in that way. So I'm going to have a day to focus on one, and then a day to focus on another, and then another day to just focus on chilling. So, that's going to be kind of my vacation. So I think I might know a guy that might be able to fill in. So it's looking a bit impractical that I won't be able to be here next week, unfortunately. So I don't know if you're going to have to find someone.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Or due to the fact that there's been kind of low news, or what?
I mean, we'll see how it goes next week. If there's not a whole lot of news, then we might just take next week off.
Next week off.
But if not, I mean, I might just do a call to arms and see if I can find somebody who wants to be on the podcast.
Something crazy drastic happens, then you gotta get someone.
Breaking news:
PlayStation 5. Whoa! Already?
Yeah.
PS4 was really the remastered generation.
So I mean, they're going to already remastering PS4 games. Infamous Second Son remastered for PS5.
You order 1886, where they're going to make it a good game. So you're gonna need to do that.
Yeah, so we'll see. Like I said, I'll pull out a call or whatever. We'll see if I can find anybody. If not, then we'll just take next week off, maybe.
Yeah. And announcement number 2, where it deals with the future of the show and something that I don't remember if I freaked out on the air where I was concerned about, the successor of me or something, like if I'm dead, right? But this isn't about me dying. This is me about a drastic change that's going to happen, and that I got accepted to a university, and it's the University of Mary Washington. Not to be confused with University, the College of William and Mary, which is a very top tier college. Because a lot of people have been asking me about that, which I'm pretty sure maybe you know what that college is, William and Mary, which is a very, acceptance rate of, what? Not even 20%? So don't get that confused, people. I'm not of that league. And along with that, I had received a scholarship to actually have lived there. So that was the enticing part, that I am going to be living there now. Because I was a little back and forth, if I'm going to live on the campus or not. So I'm going to live there, and that's where I left my concerns of the future of the show, and it's not that concerning due to the fact, it's simple. I can get on my computer and do that. I would live there and just do the same deal. Just what the concern is just, my playtime of games now. I just, a lot of people like to call their college years the dark times, where they don't really get to play a lot. And yeah, when you're, in community college, or, if you're in a university that's close to you and you're able to live at home, you're able to play freely at will. But I don't know, I just feel like it's going to be really different if where I'm going to be living, if I'm even going to really have my PlayStation or not. That I'm uncertain about. I'm not back and forth on the other, if I'm even going to have my PlayStation. Yeah, I can have my Vita. Have my Vita remote play games. But that's left uncertain right now. So I'm not very sure about that. And, and I'll be able to do the show just fine. Gaming's going nowhere for me. Yeah. I just, I'm just kind of unsure where that's going to be. I mean, if I'm even going to bring my PlayStation, so where playtime will be there for me. I mean, yeah, it's easy to sit down for just an hour a week to do this. Yeah. But,
So what you're saying is you'll still be able to do the show. You just don't know if you're going to be experienced enough to do the show. Like I'm going to be talking about PlayStation stuff, and you're going to be like, what again? Play what?
Yeah. I mean, I'll of course. I mean, I'm always going to have my Twitter account on me. I'll be able to see what's going on. I'll be able to stay current. It's just I don't want. Now I'm going to be that guy where I'm going to be like, I don't have enough time for yes to this, and then
I didn't play Fallout 4 yet, so I don't have any opinions.
I don't really want to be that guy, and I'm already kind of being that guy with Arkham Knight, which is probably a podcast that is the spoiler cast is really not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, I'm already going to be out next week, and I don't really plan on playing the game anytime soon. I mean, I'll probably play it after because I want to beat that game. I want to beat that dark game. So So it's already been kind of becoming apparent right now. I mean, I can't even beat Arkham Knight, which is not really the longest game in the world, right? I mean, it's a long game, right? But it's not the longest thing. And I've been playing that game meticulously. Like, I haven't really been playing the main path. I've been kind of going off the beaten path and doing things deliberately to not really beat it so fast. Yeah, it's left uncertain right now, but I could definitely give updates on that. I mean, I'll have my Vita, play stuff, of course, talk about what I'm playing there, but yeah, it's just kind of left uncertain. I mean, my life is going to change, kind of in a big way, for good. It's just kind of that side of me. I'm just not sure where that's going to go for setting time aside for it.
Yeah, getting a close behind the scene look at the life of one of our hosts.
Yeah, because I mean, that's good change. I mean, I'm really going to be thinking about school a lot, and I'll of course stay current. And you're going to tell me stuff that maybe I slipped through the cracks, probably, kind of as today even too. But
yeah.
I'm concerned about school stuff, so and then just the fact that I'm living there too, it's going to be real different. And also a thing of note, the school is close to my home. The school's about no more than 40 miles away from home.
Shit, I drive to my school 30 miles away every day.
Yeah, but probably with you probably, I take it you have the choice to probably stay, right? And then the money thing too, it costs a lot to live there. But with me, I had the opportunity to live there, so I took the opportunity to live there.
Taking opportunities.
Yes, taking an opportunity to live there.
There you go.
So, yeah. So don't get concerned or confused with the schools. Actually, just please don't get confused with school. People think I'm going to William and Mary, and that's not the case. School is too high up for me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting upset to school.
So you'll be around, just not next week, but you'll be around.
I'll be around. Definitely. School starts on the 24th for me.
Oh, that's when school starts for me too.
Yeah, that's on the 24th. So, what day does it even land on?
That's a Monday.
It's a Monday. But, I'll give updates on that when probably the week after, maybe once I schedule classes and stuff and how everything will go. Because I still
see if it changes
I still need to do that.
See if it's going to affect our schedule or podcast.
Yeah, because presumably I would probably only have class 4 days a week, but God only knows what work I'm going to get that will probably fill up the 3 other days of the week. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
So we'll see.
Yep.
But with that, we are conclusion and all that. Yes, with that, we are just over the hour mark. So I guess time to do some wrap
we had
up.
important stuff to cover, and plus, if they'll have next week, it's fine.
Yeah, just giving you guys a little heads up for next week. We may or may not have an episode. But I guess, like I said, I'm going to put I'll put a call up later this week and just see if anybody's interested in possibly co-hosting next week.
Excellent.
Or guest hosting. But we'll see. But with that, though, this has been the PSBS, the PlayStation Blizzard Podcast, episode 26. 26, gotta get the numbers right. I'm your host, Coach PSN. Bye, boys. My coach here is
Andrew Arenas, Double Liz. Everyone, have a good week and enjoy Life is Strange, episode 4. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yes.
I'm gonna go.
So,
yeah, I'm gonna go right now.
I'm gonna go right now and play it.
No, I'm gonna play it tonight, but it's not even dark time yet. But I'm gonna go play it.
Go play it. Yeah. But with that, this has been the PSBS. So thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And